Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am going to be doing a video for you, Austin McBroom. Okay, so what do I see for you? Well, I feel you're not looking at someone in the eye. You're looking away from them. You're giving them your side profile and you're telling them you can't do this anymore. I see you shaking your head and you're like, I can't do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. And I'm not picking up on your feeling though, like how you're feeling. It feels like an emotional block, but you're frustrated and you just, whatever you're talking about, you feel like you can't keep going forward with it anymore. And then I'm being pulled back into your childhood and I feel like you feel like you're being bullied. I don't know if that's the reality of things or not. It really does not matter whether you're being, I mean, it does matter whether you're being bullied or not, but it's that perception, right? That's what matters because that's how you ended up feeling. And that is important to this reading because it's pulling into why I'm going to say why you are the way you are, but I'm not getting the full information of why that particular, like why that came up the way that I worded it. I feel like what I'm getting is, okay, so the information I'm seeing is the way that you are is the emotional block. You want to put on a front as if you were happy or you're in control of a situation because you basically promised yourself that you would not lose control anymore of a situation because of what happened when you were a child. I'm seeing pretty young, like 8 years old, younger than that, like 5 to 8 is important for you, those years, or like the way that is represented to me as a young child like that, where you feel isolated and you feel bullied. There are kids, other people like your age or older, maybe like 13-year-olds, like teenagers or something, but it was very traumatic for you. And even with his success coming through, I feel like this is you dreaming of success when you're a child. You dreaming of success, you deciding for yourself that something was going to happen for you, something that you, like, let's say, for example, you saw someone on TV that you idolized and you dreamt for yourself that that is what you're going to have no matter what. And you made it your mission in a way of becoming successful and having that kind of life or having that appearance of life. And it's with neglecting how you feel inside. You've neglected how you feel inside because it's almost like when people say like they have like the people, like what motivates them are the people that question them or have doubts in them. And that's wrong to me because essentially you're still giving those people power because you want to prove someone wrong, so then you still have them in your mind. You should just completely ignore them, and I don't see that happened for you. I do see change coming for you though. There's something that's going to be changing for you. It's the way that you see yourself and it's the way that you treat your wife. Something in the dynamic of your relationship with your wife is going to be changing. I feel like there is going to be more vulnerability there in some way, but I think there's still this point of you wanting to keep a facade up because there's definitely indication that there's a facade and that you want people to see you in a certain way. You want people to see you as successful because if you're shown as a failure to other people, how you feel people think that they're going to see you as a failure, then you essentially let them win. And that goes back to your childhood, feeling bullied, feeling like you're not enough, feeling like a failure then. And so you're just trying to do everything you can to avoid that, like avoid it at all costs. And unfortunately, like you still feel empty inside. There's that neglect inside, and I think that's where that pressure, where you're saying you can't do something anymore, is because it's this it's a tearing of your soul, where you're battling your thoughts and what you are doing in life. Like you have a mask on, you know, and you have this charade going, and it's a lot of pressure on you, because deep down, when it goes back to what happened, is that feeling of not being worthy. At that moment when you're a child, it's reflected now, where if I am who I am, maybe I'm not enough. Maybe I'm not worthy. Maybe someone won't like me if I don't control the situation and show people what they would want me to be, or what I think that they want, then they're not going to like me for who I am. And that's very difficult for you to come to terms with, because that's a lot of fear that you carry, that, you know, again, you're not enough. I feel like it's really important for you to be popular and have nice things, because you like nice things, which is not bad at all, but I think you have to get to the core of it. You know, the core of why you feel the way you do about certain things. It definitely, like, I think that's a good thing that you recognize that you like nice things, and that makes you happy in a way. You know, that excites you. You have passion in that. And again, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's actually good that you recognize that passion in yourself, and you have the finances currently. There's a fear about finances that I'm getting in the background. It's suppressed. Deep fears, but it's very, very suppressed. But again, I think that goes back to childhood, where you do not want to be broke. Like, you do not want to not have nice things at all. That is like a very big fear for you. And you, again, at all costs, you will, you know, make sure that never happens to you. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh, basically, like, I think that's great that you know that you like nice things, and that you're able to have that, because that kind of gears you towards your passions. And when you I think you genuinely like that, you know? It's not something where you care what people think about you. There is that part of it, but there's that other part where that's something that you genuinely like, and that you have fun. You have fun, like, dressing up. You have fun having nice things. You have fun being around people who you think look good. That's really something that you just enjoy. You know, you're a visual guy. You're a visual guy is what I'm getting at. And so that's actually really good. I don't know why I keep saying that, but anyway. So basically, like, gosh, I'm all over the place. What I feel is that you're in your head a lot. There's not a lot of connecting with your heart. That's really important to you. Connecting to your heart, and even your throat chakra, and opening that up so that you can express how you feel. And I think that how you truly feel is so blocked and so suppressed that you genuinely don't even know how you feel a lot of the times. Most of the time, you don't know how you feel. It feels like your wife puts her feelings aside for the greater good of the family. You know, there is a part of you that is very confrontational and argumentative, and when it comes to her, and I seem to feel like you're kind of like wishing her well. you know, whether this is a separation between you guys or this is a threat of a separation where you feel you are basically like the bread and butter of the relationship, and you are like, okay, well, good luck, you know, you can go, and, you know, that's fine, but, you know, I am like keeping all the money, you know, it's not going to be an even split, and I'm the one that makes the money here. I'm the one who has created this empire. I've built this foundation for us, and you are nothing without me. And for her, you know, it's like she feels like I just need to move forward. I need to move on from this situation, whether this is with you or without you. Like, something in this relationship, this dynamic needs to change between us, because I just can't keep doing this. You know, I love my family so much, and this is something that I've really wanted, is to have a family and this family unit, and to build something really beautiful, like a legacy with someone. And, you know, like, I think her real dream in life is to have children and to, like, continue this family lineage, and to, it's almost like holding secrets above her own feelings is what she's been doing, is like holding your secrets above her own feelings. And, I feel it kind of like absorbing back in. So I think this is a message for both of you, because I feel like if you do watch this video, I feel like she's going to be watching the video. And so messages are coming in strongly for her too, where it's being a martyr, you know, like you're self-sacrificing, and it's not in a good way, because you're taking in all of that negative energy, and it's coming like through you. It's going through you. It's toxic. The situation between you guys is toxic right now, and whatever decision that you make needs to come from your highest good, what's best for both of you. I feel like it's going to take a long process. I don't know if this is going to be open to the public anytime soon. I feel like maybe like months, like long months from now, or like a year from now, possibly. But this is something that obviously, like, this is just the energy of right now that I'm feeling. And if you do address these major issues, these core issues, Austin, with what happened in your childhood that brought you to where you are now, yeah, there could be some good adjustments here, possibly. But I see this as being, like, your childhood also being tied into promiscuity, promiscuousness. I don't know, I can't pronounce that word, I guess, right now. So what I'm seeing is, like, basically, like, you have this wandering, it's not just a wandering eye, it's like wandering pursuits, where you feed people this idea, or people or person, you feed someone this idea of, like, grand destiny, almost like this is what's meant to be. Like, it's almost like manipulative, where it's like, you know, I saw a meme one time, it's supposed to be funny, I guess, but it's like, I only text her at 4:44 and 11:11 to make it seem like we're meant to be, or something like that. And I see you feeding people this idea, and I feel like you have some sort of, like, inner knowledge, inner knowing. It's almost as if you play off like you don't believe in that kind of stuff, or you don't pay attention to that kind of stuff, but in reality you're looking into it and you're researching it so that you can use it to your advantage. So it's in a manipulative way. I'm sorry, like, I know this seems like an attack on you. I feel like I'm not really being positive, or it doesn't sound like I'm being positive, but I guess the reason why it's coming through so strongly, and it's because it's important, because this doesn't define you necessarily. This is what you're choosing to do, but you can always change and decide that you can act with an integrity, and you can act with you can completely change your life around, you know? You can do that. You have to just acknowledge those darker aspects of you, because I feel like even when you wish this person well, you wish your wife well, you know, like, okay, well, good riddance, go. You have a hidden agenda. You don't wish her well. Like, you don't believe that. It's not that you don't believe it. It's like you don't want to believe that she's going to do well. You feel like she's going to just be chasing after you, or like beneath you forever. I don't feel like you see each other as equals. I feel like you feel like you're above her. And you know, it's just unfortunate to me that it's unfortunate that this is even going on and that it's coming through. Again, I mean, like, you guys, you just take this with a grain of salt, because the interpretation could be a little bit off here and there. So just use this as guidance. Okay, just use this as guidance to figure out what really is happening, and then to address this, because I could be interpreting it, you know, some other way. But don't just sit here and, like, you know, I don't know. Read my description below, essentially. Catherine, this is coming through for you. Your guardian angels are watching you very closely. I feel like there's a lot of knowledge coming through for you. You're getting a lot of spiritual insight, and you know, you're getting a lot of strength coming through for you. There's a lot of stability, and financial stability, and insurance is what I'm getting coming through. And your guardian angels are making sure, and I even see like a baby. I don't know if this is a new baby, I don't know what this is. Something that's for you, that's protected. Even your chest, something about your chest, it's protected. There's someone with more information that's going to be coming in for you, whether this is like a doctor coming in for you, or someone that's more informed is what I'm getting. So someone of authority in a particular situation is coming through to help you with something. Do you have implants? I don't know why that's, I know because that, but it's not, that's not it. Very interesting that you're coming through so strongly in this reading. Watch your step, Catherine. So just watch where you're stepping, watch what you're doing. I feel like this is more, I don't know, this is a dual reading. This is really intended for you, Austin, but I see that, you know, I mean, you guys, you know, when you marry someone, truthfully, it's this agreement between you guys that you are aligning your personal destinies. You know, you are now connected, and you have given birth to these beautiful babies, and this is a product of two people agreeing to unite and create a living situation for the soul to come through and continue their life and to continue their destiny, right? It's a merging of destinies in order to create this channel for another soul to come through and experience life and their life lessons. And it's a very beautiful thing, and this is very important for you to recognize this, to see how intertwined you two really are. This is not you versus her, because I do see there's maybe this feeling where it's like you want her to listen to you. You want to control the situation. You are just carrying on all of these issues of your childhood, of your past, and it's turned even into like this sexual promiscuity where you just can't seem to, like, you're not in control. That's the reality of things. It's like you want to be in control, but you're not. You're not even in control of yourself, and she's suffering because of this. Fate is going to step in regardless. Her guardian angels are very strong. They're very strong. I know I did a reading on her. I don't remember what was in the reading, but I do feel that very strongly, that she's very, very connected and very in line, very intuitive, very close to something. What is she close to? It feels like it's like very close to her destiny. And so I feel like what's happening, let's say this is an unfurling of the relationship between you. Let's just say that that's a possibility. I see this as her free. It's this unfolding of a flower is how it's represented to me. This, and for her, she's nurtured through this relationship and through trauma, and the thorns are growing strong, you know, and she's being chopped down by your words, and she's growing stronger and stronger and stronger. The roots beneath are growing, you know, they're spreading. She's becoming more established. The thorns are getting stronger to evade from anything that's gonna harm this rose, and then she just unfurls into this beautiful being, this beautiful flower, and she comes out on top, you know. I think you need to understand the spiritual side of things. I think this is why this is coming through. Something importance to the neck, by the way. There's importance to, I want to say your neck, could be her, I don't know, someone's neck. It's hard to get my words straight with this. I'm gonna try my best. So what I feel for you, Austin, is if this is going to end in a severing of a relationship, it's because it's not in your hands. You can't control someone, and you can't control a situation. It just never works out that way, and you have to deal with your past in order to become a better person. She came into your life to introduce you to spirituality. It's very important that she came into your life. It's very important that you had these children so that these children can have a life, they can have an opportunity to tack on whatever genetic code that came through you guys, and also to be connected to both of you who have a lot of value in this world and as a soul, and to forever connect you guys. This doesn't mean that you're not enough. This has nothing to do with any of that. It's not you being abandoned. It's about you finally facing the problems of your past. It's you finally facing, it's like facing the bigger authority, facing God, essentially, facing your karmic debt, facing everything that's you're trying to run away from, so that that can heal for you, so that you can find peace within yourself. And it's almost similar in a way to the future reading, where it's going to be, if you decide to address it, for him, I don't feel he really has a choice, because I think it's going to happen regardless. But for you, I think you have a choice of whether you want to ignore it or not. I feel like your guardian angels are almost silencing you. So it's like they're trying their best to have it be unavoidable, but you have to face the darkness of your past and the things that you've done. You have to have this genuine and compassionate life review for yourself and see what old patterns need to be released. You need to see what you've done successfully, what you may have done poorly, and what you can do different in the future. You have to understand that there is a spiritual reason for everything that happens in your life. Okay? And there is a lot of success coming for you. You know, ultimately, you will feel validated, you will feel seen, you will feel successful, but it's successful in your heart and in your soul. It's not success in any other way that doesn't fulfill you. We have wedge, dark man, casket, and purse. So someone's trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. Dealings or relationship with a man of dark complexion or hair, someone going out of your life or an ended situation, and pay attention to your finances. Let me grab I'm gonna grab this, but there's another one that I want. I think this might be the only one, I'm not sure. Wealth seems to be so important to this. And wish will not be granted. A broken wishbone. I think it goes back to you. I mean, it seems kind of greedy, to be honest with you. It feels like you are being selfish with your finances, and you are trying to like push someone away from you. Like, I'm just gonna say it feels like you're pushing your wife away from you, and someone's not making it easy for that to happen. Maybe this is like I'm saying, the person of authority when it comes to her. Maybe this is like a legal battle right now going on behind the scenes, and that you're not going to be successful with that. You really need to act within your highest good. It's very important that you do that, because you know, this is just all surface level stuff that we're talking about with like finances and everything. This is just surface level, and again, it's wonderful to enjoy nice things and to like nice things, and to acknowledge that you are this visually inclined person. You like to look at beautiful things or women or whatever it is, but you know, you have to put limits on that, and you have to find like a better way of doing that, like a better outlet for that. And I don't think that you even know. Like, if I were to ask you what's your biggest wish in life, you wouldn't even know. You wouldn't even have an answer for me. And so it's really important that you try and use this situation to get better in touch with yourself, better in touch with your own thoughts, your feelings, your soul. Connect somehow. We can see like how, or like what's the best advice. Like, how can you get more in touch? I mean, find your happiness. What lights you up? What really makes you happy? Maybe when it comes to like nice things, what is it that you really, really like? What is it about it that you like? And what's a better way of getting it? You know, that's not gonna cause stress, I guess. You can work on fixing this relationship, because we have the King of Wands and Four of Wands here. I think the Four of Wands was down here. He kind of looks like the Emperor to me, and I feel like if family is important to you, if your family means a lot to you, then, you know, figure out a way to make this work between you guys. I don't know where she is on this, if she's like determined that things are just irreparable, or she doesn't want to even try anymore, or whatever's going on here. But be honest, be open, you know, and work towards it. Don't be dismissive of her feelings, and don't be manipulative, basically. Like, don't do things because you think that she's going to give you a certain reaction, or it's going to be taken as like a sign or anything, because she knows. And honestly, it's damaging in the long run. It's damaging because you're doing a disservice for yourself. You need to accept that whatever you do and however you say it, like when you try your best, that's all you can do, and you release every sense of control after that. And it's very important that you practice that so that you can have this happiness. And honestly, it does seem like you need to prioritize your wife more. If this is truly what you want, this is what makes you happy, and your children, then you need to truthfully put them ahead of your own needs, and to show them how much you truly appreciate and care for them. You need to put any sort of false mask, you know, like take your mask off and to be who you really are to them. So we have Shamuel and Jophiel, archangels. Go outside, get some fresh air, connect with nature to relieve stress and gain new creative ideas. Peace comes from remembering that only love is real. So also knowing that you are being watched over. Your relationship is being watched over. It is being blessed. Know that whatever happens is for the greater good for everyone involved, and to pray for peace and to just release all of your troubles to God. And just know that when you do the best that you can and you're honest and vulnerable, then that's all you can do. That's the best that you can do. And whatever happens, you're being guided through it. This isn't I do feel like this is something that you can work on with her, honestly. I feel like she's a very forgiving person, and I think at the core of it, you both want the same thing. You want happiness. You want love. You both want the same things. And so it really is up to you to release all of this, and to work on it and work through it so that you guys can have a happy relationship. If there's another person, if she's talking to anyone else right now about this, but it's gonna take you opening up and you making the changes before anything else happens with her. I don't feel like she's gonna keep moving this forward if you don't, make any changes. Am I being clear with you? Someone will try to make you do something against your will. Dark woman. Dealings with someone. Great personal sorrow. The good news is that this is temporary. This is a temporary situation. Address your fears. Address your fears. If you need to go to therapy for any of this, go to therapy. Make genuine progress, and things can work out for you, okay? So that's my reading for you. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.